Hey Doomers and Realists, late August, you can hear the sounds of such. My name's Reagan, this is a vlog. I feel much more confident doing this now that I'm up to speed on live group streaming, which happens every Saturday. Another announcement for that. Um, I really value, I truly value input from my subscribers, many of whom which have been tuned into my shenanigans for years now. The evolution of this channel in a short version would go something like freak out, bargaining, anger, sadness, anger, ping pong back and forth to acceptance of our predicament. I'm in some average park. I've been reading the news. I know about the hurricane. I know about the floods and the droughts worldwide. We're all Maui, and this has certainly tested our emergency systems across the globe. Even more frightening is, though, if I'm being honest, is the carbon offsets that these corporations are claiming is a load of hogwash. Many of you read that probably in The Hill, and new research indicated Thursday that these companies are selling carbon offsets so that they'll plan on planting a tree later for the destruction that they're doing. As I'm walking in a gorgeous forest here, fitting subject matter. It's all hot air. The short story, you know. My community and subscribers are insanely intelligent. Look, I'm just a guy. I'm a man no less or above you. Should I mention that? I'm not saying this like on a pedestal that this is new. So it's the denial. The denial is so strong, and by the time that we're depleted of resources and, JP's dead and money is irrelevant, I don't know when that point is that people start to get that just because you have a successful business and you have other facets of your life you can brag about, that doesn't mean that you're still not immune to divorce, your children dying, really life emotional like real life shit. Like, does success suddenly give you a pass or a safeguard from climate catastrophe, for example, or natural events occurring in your life? No one's, even no matter how rich you are. So that's why I don't buy this whole facade people put up, comparisons. He's X title and Y title this. Really, but how happy are they? Okay? Because it seems to me that most of them are pretty fucking miserable. Or going through divorces, and you better get straight with that shit. You better get straight with that shit in this decade. Maybe I'm the ultra minimalist with no current marriage, no children, no 401k, no retirement, no nothing. My kitty, my camera, and my AR, and my go bag. Less is more. The more complicated your life is, the more chances for, don't need to go much further. Look, back on climate. Sea surface temperatures are still insanely high. The North Atlantic is still trending high. The Gulf waters, I knew the hurricane Idalia, I knew it was gonna quickly accelerate. They're talking about it, but like the waters are super warm, so yeah, it's gonna land as a category 3. It's gonna completely mess Tampa up. And there's wars in Haiti and Ukraine. All of you smart gentlemen know about this shit. Just the world's completely discombobulated, and I'm getting more, I wouldn't say anxious, but prepared mentally for the complete utter clusterfuck that's going to happen to this country and the world. by the end of this, in the next few years, from El Nino to this election to this world war. Dude, the AMOC shutting down by next decade, Doomsday Glacier melts. ExxonMobil just admitted, can we just make this the highlight 5 minutes, 30 minutes into this, that they knew, and they also just admitted in the Wall Street Journal that we're not going to hit the 2C target. All right, it's 1.2C now. We passed 1.5 in July temporarily, and you saw the world. Imagine the whole world like it was in July. Fires, floods constantly, year round. It already is that way, but imagine it amplified, multiplied, cross globally. And people having babies in India and South of Africa, and I know you can't stop in capital investment banks, and boomers got to have their retirement funds. See, the really gut-wrenching part about this, as a young person, most of my audience is like 25 to 34. If you had ever any inkling to think that you would get inheritance money, too late. By the time they die and you get it, the world will be, that money will be, you won't get to really, might get to enjoy it for just a second. Maybe that's better than nothing. All of you guys have great accents. People from Australia, New Zealand, Finland, London. This is nuts. Nuts. I'm just an American guy, Texas born, like Texas made. I'm being nosy. I'm gonna go this way, maybe. Okay. On top of all this expose revealed that Elon is often seriously depressed, okay, isolated and anxious, and uses ketamine, as if his multiple children and multiple mothers couldn't qualm, or his stock account or spaceship looks like a dick. Yeah, so there's all your fame and glory and guts, but you're still fucking miserable and have to do ketamine and self-medicate. I don't buy it. And so we're relying on this clown, right? Someone who's clearly not enlightened, and Bezos and the like. I'm gonna go back to the forest. If you're watching Noodles, hit that thumbs up. We're relying on these people to save us, okay? He controls 60% of the charging infrastructure. I just want to repeat these things. Exxon admits we're not going to make the 2C goal. Bezos is already buying a millionaire bunker thing. Let Congress decided, all right, for you still hanging on in the video, Congress decided that fucking the Constitution, yes, effing the Constitution, that warrants that there's no constitutional right to a stable climate. We're just going with generalized subject. So the whole life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, life, none of that. You're a slave. You work for someone else. They decide. I'm gonna get all Benedict vegan on you. Love is not real. Antinatalism. Don't have kids. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know who that was. I'm Ryan Hall here, back with the news, and this hurricane's looking like a big one. We should watch this. Losing it. Are you losing it? I want to put that poll up every month. Yeah. What's the scariest part, I'll top it all off, that was we near the 10-minute mark, that we're relying on fucking Trump, all right, might get reelected and pardon himself, or Biden. Like, these two old geezers, none of the presidential candidates are fit to lead this broken, fragmented penal colony known as America, which all of you voted overrated, by the way. That won. And, I just want to go to the pet clinic and just adopt little kittens. I was just there yesterday. We're relying on all this to keep us safe through the next few years, which is just a recipe for disaster. It sounds like a really dark period in American history. Like if you were to open up the textbooks, president indicted and against a guy with dementia during a time of global turmoil. Like it just, it reads like a really bad period. against Vivek Swami, whatever. I would put one right there. Same with, I would love to meet Michaela Peterson. Doom Wizard needs to meet Michaela. You heard? All right, meat sauce. It's been fun. I'm less nervous about live streaming with the group, and do the best you can. You know, make little ripples of affection and joy with people around you. And go volunteer at the clinic. Man, there's so many cats the other day. Some of them have no eyes, and dogs. There's so many. I want to adopt them all. So many homeless people need help. People stopped hanging out. People stopped hanging out because coronavirus, the inequality made it so much fucking worse. We only hang out now at Applebee's and Olive Garden. That's where you can rub shoulders with the upper class. All right, Doomers, it's been a fun walk through the forest. Late August. Subscribe. Hope you like. I'll talk to you soon.